Hello everyone. So today we are having our last chapter, the last as well as of industrial labor laws, industrial relation and labor laws. So we're going to cover up the last chapter, chapter 12. In this chapter we're having the different topics. So let's start without further wasting any more time. So it will be the last. All right, guys. So if you really need, more, EPFO related means topics regarding, Indian polity and history and geography and current affair, she said, please do mention in comment section so I can just come up with all those other videos that are been needed for UPSC EPFO EO examination 2025. All right, guys. So this will be the end of our last, series of industrial relation and labor laws. So let's start without further wasting any more time. So the first slide is Child Labor Prohibition Regulation Act of 1986. So what does it talk about? It's talk about the first point. So first of all, you need to understand the Regulation Act and Prohibition and Regulation Act of 1986 of child labor. So 1986, remember this day because this day will gonna be come in your examination. So whenever they talk about Child Labor Prohibition Regulation Act, then you need to write 1988. All right. So this point talks about, first of all, it's prohibit the employment of the children below the 14 years in hazardous occupation. All right, sir. All right, guys. So this has been started, before 1986. That Jawaharlal Nehru has, started this one. That all the children who are working in a hazardous place, whose age are less than 14, they are not allowed to do it. All right. So prohibition of employment of the children below 14 years in hazardous occupation is not allowed. So in which article it is also been written in our Constitution of Article 21A. All right, that every children is having a right to study, right? Equal right to study. All right, so remember that thing. So it is written in which article? It is 21A. Remember that thing. All right, guys. So next point, it talks about regulates working condition of the children in non-hazardous job. So non-hazardous jobs means below the age of 14, no one is allowed to do work in hazardous jobs, but who are above the age of 14, they can do it with some circumstances and conditions that are being provided by the government. So it defines penalties for the employers violating the provisions. So if there will be a violation of laws that are being made for the 14 years children, then the company or might be the person who hired them, he will be catch up with the penalties. All right, guys. So the next point is amended. In which year it was been amended in 2016. Ban employment of the children under 14 in all occupation except family based work. So before the amendment in 2016, these are the places where 14 years children are not been allowed to do work, or below 14 or age 14. But after the amendment in 2016, they are being considered banned from every kind of work. All right, and they are being only excluded from except family based work. Means family based work means a person just really hired. Family based work means, how can I say it? For example, a boy has been working in his own house whose age is 14, he's allowed to do his work. All right, doesn't mean that you can just hire a boy of 14 age, or might be less than 14, and just take it in your home and just start it to make him do your home family based work. So it is not considered as a family based work. It is also been considered as a labor work. All right, so remember that thing. It is talking about he can do his work in his own home. All right, so that is known as family based work. Remember that point. All right, after the amendment, it has been changed totally. Let's move to another topic. Mines Act of 1952. Now, what does the Mines Act talk about? So, Mines Act 1952 ensures safe health and welfare of worker employed in mines. So it provide safety, health, and welfare of the worker employed in mines. Prohibit employment of women and children in underground mines. Set maximum worker hour and rest interval. Before I just really go, there is a term called red hole mining. Red hole mining. Red hole mining. All right. So tell me in the comment section that in which state does the red hole mining done mostly? And most of the mines which are in Jharkhand, in Meghalaya, or might be in Chhattisgarh, and these are very hazardous places where people are been just doing their work consistently. Mostly the children are being used without following the rules and regulation out there. So it ensures the safety, health, and welfare of the workers employed in mines. Prohibit employment of the women and children in underground mines. Set maximum working hour and rest interval. Mandates measures for ventilation, lighting, and safe working condition. All right, so these are the points. Let's move on to another point. Another slide. Employees State Insurance Act 1948. What does it talk about? Employees State Insurance Act 1948. It talks about provides the social security benefit to the employees in case of sickness, maternity, and employment injury. So Employees State Insurance Act means we have covered the Employment Insurance Act, but we didn't cover the Employment State Insurance Act, where in 1948 means it's talk about the state. So now the remember one thing, that state doesn't mean that it's talking about some kind of that in Hindi we call Rajya. It's talk about the whole India. All right, so remember that thing. So there might be a doubt that in which state it's talking about the different states that we are having in our nation. It's talking about the whole country together, means whole country together in one place. All right, guys, so we need to understand that. So first of all, it's talk about provides the social security benefits to the employees in case of sickness, maternity, and employment injury. All right, so hope you really understand that point. Secondly, it's talk about the applicable. It is applicable to the factories and establishment with 10 or more employees. So yeah, it is applicable to how much? So in a factory, if there is more than 10 members, then it is applicable. So again, employees earning up to the prescribed limit are covered. Means there is a prescribed limit of earning. If it is fulfilling that amount of earning, then it will be covered under the State Insurance Act of 1948. Benefits include medical sickness. It's also include the medical sickness, maternity, disablement, and dependent benefits. All right, dependent benefits. So it's also talk about the benefits include medical sickness. Medical sickness, it's also cover the medical sickness benefit. Maternity means pregnant related issues. It's also cover that. Disablement means a person get disabled due to some accident or some kind of calamities. It's also cover that. And also dependent benefits. Dependent benefits means after the retirement or the dependent, those people who have been depending on you, it's also been covering that. Hope you really understand all those 4 points. Let's move on to our last MCQ of this series. So there are 3 MCQs probably. I think you need to give the answer of every 3. Sorry for a mistake, guys. There is no 3, there is only 1 MCQ. I'm sorry for that. I thought I just really made 3 of those. So the question comes that under the Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act, employment of the children below 14 years is what? You need to give the answer. Number 1 is allowed in hazardous occupation. Number 2 is prohibited in hazardous occupation. Number 3 allowed in all occupation. Number D regulated in mines. Though obviously the correct answer will be, everyone knows it. I don't need to just really give you the correct answer, because the correct answer is already been written in that. So obviously the correct answer is going to be B. It's prohibit in hazardous occupation. All right, so hope you really like this series, guys. If you really like this series, do subscribe, do like, and do share with your friends, and do the comment in the comment section. And I know my video are quite a bit short, but what are the necessary and the most important points that need to be covered for UPSC EPFO EO examination, I have covered it. And mostly the man who just really requested me, one of my students, to make those all videos in English, so I have made it. Hope you really like it. And if you really need more videos, just do comment. I will make it for you guys. So best of luck for your examination. Hope you really like it. And again, do subscribe, do hit the notification bell icon for more notification, and see you in other videos. Bye bye, guys. Have a nice day.